Hi everybody! So I have two projects for you today because they're going to share a common theme but will have different sort of outcomes. And so the theme today is marbling. I'm going to show you how to make marbled paper. So you can make your own sort of stationery, you can use it for notes, all kinds of things, and then we're going to make some marbled pencils that you can use to write on that stationery. So I'm going to start with the paper first. I am using a piece of aluminum foil just for easy cleanup underneath, but you can do this in like a cookie sheet or you can do it in a paper plate, something like that. What you're going to do is you're going to take some shaving cream, and I got the gel kind, so I need to lather this up. But if you get the foamy kind, it works even better. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water, drip it on top of my shaving cream, and lather it all up. And I'm wearing gloves because it is going to get a little bit messy. Once we get it all lathered, we're going to add food coloring. And if you do food coloring with bare hands, you might get some stained fingers. So just for a mess factor is why I'm wearing gloves. Okay. And you can kind of scoop it up. Alrighty. Now I'm going to add some food coloring. I'm just going to do a couple drops of a couple different colors. So I'm going to do blue, yellow, and green. And then I'm going to take my glovey hands and sort of mix that all around and swirl it. And then I can go this direction and swirl it more. So the more you mix it, the more the colors are going to blend together. So if you feel like you overmixed it, you can add a little bit more color, but you don't want to do too much because you can see the colors are already really bright. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my paper. So this is that heavy duty watercolor paper that we used way back when we were making postcards. And I'm just going to press it down into the shaving cream. And it's okay if it gets it on the back. You're just going to want to make sure you have a clean area for these to sit and dry at. So I'm going to just scrape that off the back there, just so I have a clean spot to pick it up with. And you can already sort of see what's going to happen on the front side. So I'm going to lift it up. And this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to take, this is just a popsicle stick. I'm going to take that and I'm going to scrape the extra foam off. I'm going to do it the opposite way too. And then I'm just going to let that sit off to the side and dry. Scrape that back into my pile. And we'll do the next piece. So that one's got different look because it was in a different spot. I'm going to try to scrape it all the way starting at the edge. So I've got another piece there. And I still have plenty of foam and plenty of color, so I can do a couple more. If you have the foamy kind of shaving cream, you don't have to mix it in quite as much as you do with the gel kind. So there's our next two pieces. So you get this really cool sort of marble effect just from using the shaving cream and the food coloring. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside and we'll do our next project, which is with the pencils and acrylic paint. And then I've got some pencils ready here. But what you want to do is you want to take your pencil and take a little bit of masking tape and cover the end of the pencil where you would sharpen it. Because if you get paint there, it's going to be harder to sharpen. And then cover the end of the pencil where the eraser is. That also gives you something to hold your pencil by, that even though it will be covered in paint, it sort of gives you somewhere to work with. So I've got 4 pencils here that are ready to go. I'm just going to use that size of them as a guide, and I'm going to lay out some drips of acrylic paint. And I'm using kind of the same colors. I've got a gold, a green, and a blue, so that my pencils tie in with my paper that I just did. But you can also see the gold is lighter, the green's more of a medium color, and then the blue is going to be dark. So that also will help you give sort of some variation to your patterns. And so you don't need tons and tons of paint. You can always add more later on. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll the pencil through the paint. And it started to kind of do it. I'm going to move it just a touch. Actually, I'm going to flip it around so that new colors are kind of lining up with different spots. I'm going to roll it again. So now you can see my whole area is covered and it's getting that sort of marbly look. And what I can do is I can just take whatever and lean my pencil on it to dry. I'm going to lean it down a little bit lower. And then I can do the next one. It's going to give you that sort of tie-dye look. You can add some more paint, get a little bit more going here. Especially kind of here in the middle where it keeps being thin. Okay. Those to dry, and then the last one. So the more you roll it around, the more your colors are going to sort of blend, which is totally fine. But if you want to have more variation, you don't want them to blend quite as much. So you can see this one's a lot more blended than this one, which is just sort of swirled. So the more you roll your pencil, the more it's going to be blended. So this is sort of a fun little back to school stationery that you can do, or it's good for writing letters to people. It's just kind of nice and fun to sort of update your stationery collection. So you've got your paper and your pencils that you can do. So hope you have fun, hope you enjoy that, and get a little bit messy with it. Have fun with it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.